Welcome to another episode of Spoil Your Appetite. I'm Tristan, and today I felt like talking about one of my favorite, well, not favorite, but soon-to-be favorite movies of 2016. I know it's 2015, but I thought I wanted to express how I am looking forward to this movie that's coming out in 2016. It's actually a year and 3 months away, and what movie could I be talking about? If a year and 3 months to give it away, I am talking about, then I'll tell you, then I'm talking about Batman vs. Superman. Wait, let me get this right. Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice. Now, this movie comes out in 2016 of March, but I'm looking forward to it. Because for one, any comic book person or just a regular person really wants to see a fight between Batman versus Superman. Now, from what I read, it's not necessarily a sequel to Man of Steel. It's kind of its own thing to build up this DC universe, and so that's what makes it kind of exciting for me. Well, it is exciting, not kinda. It's really exciting for me because ever since the Dark Knight trilogy ended, it's kind of like now that trilogy is over, are they gonna do their own cinematic universe? And how would they start it off? And they did it with Man of Steel. Now, I saw Man of Steel at the midnight premiere, probably my first time ever being at a midnight premiere. And honestly, I don't care what people think about it. I don't care when people, point out like flaws or what they didn't like, why this happened, why that happened. I liked it because I understood what they were going for. I mean, ever since, like even before when Man of Steel came out, I remember just wanting to know what is this going to be like. I mean, it was produced by the same. It was produced by Nolan, who did the Dark Knight trilogy. So it's pretty interesting, and it's the same script writer it's the same guy who wrote the Dark Knight trilogy as well, along with Nolan himself. So, Batman vs. Superman. What can I say? I am definitely looking forward to this. I'm just glad that we are officially a year and 3 months away. I mean, now that it's not like 2 years anymore, it's just we're a year and 3 months away. And so, I want to talk about what's like the beginning where it all started, like when the announcement came out. So, I was at home, basically just, checking I was a Facebook guy more than a Twitter person. But now that's all changed and I'm a Twitter person. But before, I was a Facebook person. So I was on Facebook just, checking my tweets. I mean, not my tweets, my status feed. I was just checking it, looking through it, what's going on and whatnot. And usually when I like a page or whatever, it tends to be like a news page basically. And so this was around Comic-Con too, so it was in the summer, and I was just, no. I think it was Comic-Con. No, I think it was New York Comic-Con. I think it might have been New York. It has to be New York Comic-Con. Has to be, or just regular Comic-Con. Whatever Comic-Con it was, then that I can't remember, we'll just skip to it. So, I'm checking my Facebook feed. This is 2013. I know for a fact it was 2013. So, I'm checking this feed, and I see a post, and it says, rumor WB to announce Batman vs. Superman. Now, I didn't know what to think of it. I mean, I shared it, and I was just like, if this is true, this would be awesome. I mean, who doesn't want to see that movie? And soon enough, I believe it was later that night or the day after that they announced Batman vs. Superman. And the way they announced it as well, it was just interesting. They used a quote from The Dark Knight Returns, and so you can look it up on YouTube. There's a lot of clips of it, of where the guy who played the General Swanzik, I think that's what his name was, in Man of Steel, he reads the quote and whatnot. But before he even comes out and reads that quote, you see Zack Snyder, who basically tells you, like, we are doing another movie, but he had trouble looking, like, where do we go after this? And so he specifically said this is not an adaptation of The Dark Knight Returns. Basically, he didn't say that, but he said this is not an adaptation. And so the guy who reads the quote, he comes out and reads that quote, and oh man, even watching the video, even watching that video still gets me excited. It's just like, it's actually going to happen. Like, I'm hoping it's still happening. I mean, they're done finishing. I just hope they don't cancel it. Then, I don't know what came first, the casting of Batman or the push date to 2016. Let's just get to the push back to 2016. Now, when I heard it, I heard a rumor. I saw a rumor of it, Batman v Superman pushed to 2016. I was just like, oh my god, why? Why would you want to push it back? Like, you came out and you said this movie was coming out in 2015. Why push it back? And so I wondered why they did that. And so eventually I did search it out, why they pushed it back. Apparently they want to get everything right. They want to build their own universe. And so, okay. But still, I feel it should have came out this year, 2015. I feel like it should have came out this year. But since it didn't, it's whatever. I mean, I still don't understand why, though. Why they started to film it in 2014. I mean, I remember when it first finished, when Zack Snyder, I believe, I follow him on Twitter, because, I'm a Twitter person now, because I love following all these people. It's more, Twitter to me is just, like, more simpler than Facebook. I mean, not that Facebook is complicated, but it's just, Twitter has less crap of what Facebook, like, Facebook has a lot of crap and whatnot. It has games, it has all this crap or whatever, but with Twitter, it's just, you make a status, you retweet or favorite something. That's it. And of course you message people and you follow people, and then you get notifications and whatnot. You can see your own profile and whatnot. That's basically simple stuff. With Facebook, it's just like, you got games, you got you got games, all these applications, all this sharing and whatnot. I don't know. It's just, I'm a Twitter person because it's just more simpler than Facebook. Like, way more or less complicated than Facebook. But then again, Facebook, to me, is just like, it's for family and whatnot. Twitter is just like, it's like a diary in my eyes. But back to the pushback date. I was, like I said, I read it. I was just like, okay, but still. But I remember when they finished, that's where I was. When they finished, I was like, finally. Like, I didn't understand why they would want to film it. Why would they want to film in 2014? Like, they started, I remember it was exactly May. I don't remember the day, but it was in May. And then they finished, I think it was at the beginning of December, which is, alright, 8 months, not bad. So now they are in post-production. They are editing it and all that business. I'm just like, and now I'm sitting here, I'm just like, it does not take a movie, like, it does not take a year to edit and put together all this movie. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what the business is and whatnot. I've never been in it. I never know how a movie's made and what all this goes and whatnot. And so, but I have patience. I mean, it's 2014. I mean, there are a lot of good movies coming out. Like, in the geek culture, there's a lot of good movies coming out. Avengers, Star Wars, and I will say, I'm more excited to see Star Wars than Avengers, because with Avengers, I already know what we're going to get. I already know how, I mean, you watch any Marvel movie and you get that tone. You even watch the first Marvel movie and you understand how Avengers 2 is going to be like, but it's going to be more dramatic and all that business. With Star Wars, it's like, you don't know what's going to happen. Like, it's been, this movie is set 30 years after Return of the Jedi, and so number 7 is going to be something. And if you don't know, everything, if you ever read the Star Wars novels with Luke, Han, Leia, and Chewbacca and whatnot, it's apparently those books, they are not canon. What's canon? Canon is what is all what canon basically means is. Take for example, comic books. You have everything. You have every issue and whatnot. It's all glued together. That's what basically what it is. Canon is when it's all, it's all going to be one, like this exists in the universe. And so in the books, in the Star Wars, they announced they announced it's not, the books aren't canon anymore. What's canon is the shows, the prequels, and the movies. The movies, prequel, the movies and shows basically. And so and the games. I think the games are canon too. So, but anyways, back to talking about the real subject of this today's Spoil Your Appetite episode. Batman versus Superman. Now, like I said, I don't know why it would take them a year and whatnot. It doesn't take them a year to make a video and whatnot. To make a movie, I mean. So, they finished it, and I was excited. Now, I'm really excited, so I can't wait to see a teaser or a trailer coming in the next few months or so. Now, 2014, when Comic-Con 2014, was definitely Comic-Con. I remember it for sure. It was in, they apparently, it was good summer. I was on summer break, and they released in the Warner Brothers, the Warner Brothers hall and whatnot, they released a teaser trailer of Batman versus Superman. And so, I mean, if you haven't seen this, there is like one video where you can actually see it. It's not, apparently they didn't want to release it and whatnot, and so it makes sense. And so, and see, like, if you haven't seen it, just go look it up on YouTube. There's like one video that someone actually recorded it. So, but I'm going to tell what actually happened in that teaser trailer. So what happens is, you see Batman, it's raining, cloudy, it's dark, of course, it's in Gotham City, because they show Batman, and, he's dusting off the bat signal, and he turns it on, bat signals in the sky and whatnot, and, the camera panels up into the sky, and you see thunder hits, and you see Superman, and he's just red eyes, and they're just staring at each other, and that's it. And so when I saw it, I was like, wow, because the suit Batman was wearing is definitely Dark Knight Returns style, and so that's something. In the CGI, I mean, it looked just right. I don't know if it was CGI or not, but I'm betting it is CGI, because you don't want to wear that much metal on you. I don't think a person can move that much in that much metal. So I'm like geeking out over it and whatnot. And I actually saw it just a couple of days ago. I actually typed it on YouTube, and I still watch it. I'm just like, oh, this is gonna be so intense, because just their faces, they're making they're so. I mean, they're obviously angry at each other because they don't know, Batman when it comes to Batman, he just doesn't really trust people as much. He doesn't really trust anyone. I mean, he only trusts the ones he's trained, like Robin and Batgirl and all of them. So, that was very exciting. Now, I'm jumping all over of the timeline, basically, of the news of Batman vs. Superman. When they first announced Ben Affleck as Batman. Here's my thing. I always have faith in actors and actresses when it comes to being cast and like comic book heroes. I always have faith in them. I'm always cool with whatever choice they come up with. I mean, some people not so much, especially comic book geeks and the diehard fans, the diehard core comic book geeks. Yeah, they take it seriously. It depends, like, if they like it or not. And so, for me, I was just like, I was cool with it. I was totally cool with it because the movies I've seen Ben Affleck in are, the Kevin Smith movies, Chasing Amy, Dogma, Jane Silent Bob, all those movies. And I've seen him in Daredevil. And apparently, that, like, some people were just like, always, when they heard it, people always refer to Daredevil. And now look. And I've always said Daredevil, like at the time I was like, Daredevil, that movie's been like 10 years, that movie's 10 years, and so I'm pretty sure his career is a lot better now. I mean, I eventually did see Argo. He won an Oscar for it, for directing, I believe. And so I saw Argo and I was just like, wow, like he seeing his old stuff, I guess, as I think he's a decent actor. Not like he's a decent / good actor. He is a decent / good actor, but I wouldn't say he's bad. And Daredevil, whoever hated Daredevil, people who hate Daredevil, look, I loved it. I mean, there is one scene I don't understand. I mean, the physics, just to me, it just doesn't seem right. You've seen Daredevil. It's that one scene in the church where Daredevil and Bullseye are fighting, and they have this teeter-totter in the church and whatnot, the little pipe. They're on that pipe, and they're like, I don't know, it's just really random, and the CGI just kind of looked bad on it when Daredevil was climbing those church pipes and whatnot, so very odd. So, Ben Affleck's Batman, I'm cool with it. I remember telling my mom, and my mom does not approve of it. So I understand. I'm okay with people's opinions. Like, they don't really, hurt me or whatever. It doesn't get on my nerves or whatever, because, I'm not them. I mean, I totally understand and whatnot, but the excuse she had was just that he's just, I don't know, he's a douche in person. I'm just like, whatever, just, I don't know, I think he's a good actor. I think he'll pull it off. And so, but yeah, I remember seeing, like, all these hate comments about it. It's just so weird to see all these people hating it, it was like, it's, like, I would say 65% of the people of this world hated the idea. And then you had the other 35 who were okay with it. And then, well, my percentage is off, but we'll just leave it at that. So, what else? Wonder Woman, when they announced Wonder Woman was going to be in this movie, and so I thought, oh, that's pretty interesting. I mean, why not? I mean, why not have the Trinity, the three Trinities and whatnot, The Trinity, I believe it's called Trinity War. I'm probably messing that up right now, but Trinity War, wow, no, it's not even called, whatever. Anyways, Wonder Woman, and then they announced Gal Gadot, I don't know how to say her last name, and so I never heard of her. Apparently, she's a model, and she's acted in the Fast and Furious movies. Now, I've never seen the Fast and Furious movies, and so it's I don't know, they just never appeal to me. I've seen the original, it's never appealed to me, and so seeing, the newest ones and whatnot, I mean, every time I look at the trailer for that, I'm just like, I mean, it's, from what I see, it's basically it's a heist. Like, I think every movie of them is heist, but then again, I've never seen an actual full trailer or anything like that, so probably never gonna see those movies, those Fast and Furious movies, because they just doesn't really interest me. And yes, rest in peace, Paul Walker. Even though I've never seen all the movies and whatnot, I know deep down he was a good actor. I've only seen him in the first Fast and Furious, and so he's a good actor. I mean, no disrespect to him and his franchise, but he was a good actor. So, but anyways, getting back to Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman. It was just kind of weird that they would pick this person who is a model and only has acted in 1-2 movies and whatnot. And so, I mean, it didn't really worry me because you never know what people are capable of doing and whatnot. So you just gotta put them in a role, and they'll shine and whatnot. I guess it's whatever and whatnot. So what else? So Gal Gadot, I'm fine with. And then I hear more rumors. And then Cyborg, yeah, Cyborg gets added to it. And these are all cameos. And so Cyborg was added and Aquaman was added. To start with Aquaman, the person they chose, and he's a Broadway actor. And so I just it's going to work. Like, at least he has experience. I mean, as long as you have experience on movies, I'm okay with that. If you are just just a singer and then you're in a movie and whatnot, it just doesn't work for me. But then again, I'll give you a shot. So this guy has been in Broadway for Cyborg, and so it's kind of interesting because when I heard about it, I was like, does this mean we're gonna get a future Teen Titans movie? Because I love Teen Titans, not the Teen Titans Go that's on Cartoon Network, which is I like the older one because it was more dark and more serious, but then again it had its fun moments too and whatnot. But so I'm wondering if they'll do Teen Titans, and my guess is, I mean, Teen Titans is probably not going to happen now that the DC movie lineup is up and whatnot. But my guess is, and since Cyborg is getting his own movie, I believe that if Suicide Squad is good, I believe they will do a Teen Titans movie. I believe they will, because if Suicide Squad can work for Warner Brothers, then there's no doubt in my mind that they can do a movie of Teen Titans. But then again, there is a show that's coming to TNT that they are doing a Teen Titans show with Nightwing as the main one of the main characters and whatnot. So who knows? Teen Titans movie may or may not happen. If not, we still got the show. So Cyborg. Then we get to Aquaman. And like I said in my previous podcast, I will always defend Aquaman of him not being the worst superhero and whatnot. So when they announced Aquaman, there were so many rumors that what's his face, Jason Momoa, yes, didn't know the name, of course, heard he's on Game of Thrones, so I looked him up, and the dude is pretty big. And so looking at him, his posture and all that and whatnot, he looks right. I mean, I really don't care if they don't make his hair blonde. Look, I'm not all about, what he appears like. If you can just, get all the his appearance, I mean, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter if if they change, his appearance and whatnot. The only thing that matters to me is if you get the character right. So if he doesn't have blonde hair, it's not going to make a big deal. You won't hear any complaints from me, but I'm pretty sure you will. You will hear from some complaints, maybe more, maybe few, who knows, from other comic book geeks and whatnot. But for me, it's always about if you can get the character right. So Jason Momoa as Aquaman, I'm all up for it because the dude just looks perfect. He just looks, I think they chose the right person because he is pretty big, and I think he is pretty bigger. He's pretty taller and buffer than Affleck and Henry Cavill. So That's out of the way. And to be honest, I don't think they are. I don't believe that there's too many characters in this movie. Because, for one, I believe these are cameos. I mean, I don't know if it's officially stated that these appearances from Wonder Woman, uh, Cyborg, and Aquaman are appearances. Like, their appearances are going to be cameos. I mean, Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman might stay throughout the whole film, but as far as Cyborg and Aquaman, I believe those are cameos and whatnot. So it's going to be interesting. I mean, why not? I mean, why not put just a few Justice League members into this movie? Because I mean, wow, it's going to be interesting. So another casting, Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor. I mean, some people don't like it, some others don't. For me, I am okay with it because had I not seen Now You See Me, I would not believe that Jesse Eisenberg was the right choice. Now let me clarify myself that when I said about it's always about, I never have I always have faith in whoever's being cast into. I always have faith in the actor that whoever they're playing. I'm always cool with it. I'm okay with it. But with Jesse Eisenberg, I understand because he kind of, I don't know. There's just something about his voice that you can just like tell that this. I don't know. It's just like his. I really can't comment on it, but it's kind of hard to explain. It's like his voice. It's just like in each movie you feel like he's playing the same character over and over again. But with Now You See Me, I believe that, he can do it. He can play that character. I believe he can play Lex Luthor. I'm not sure if I said that earlier about when I first started talking about Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor. But I believe he can do it. I mean, sure, it is kind of weird. It's kind of strange that they would pick someone, the same age as Henry Cavill, who's playing Superman. And I'm going to go with it. I mean, why not? I mean, it's not like they're going to do... I know it's not the traditional, older Lex Luthor and whatnot. So, I'm okay with it. I mean... And I'm okay if he has hair. I'm okay with that he has hair and whatnot. And so it doesn't... I don't know. Like, I don't believe the only reason we can remember him by, like, I guess everyone remembers Lex Luthor as a bald guy. And so for me, it's just, I guess for me that is too. So, but yeah, him having hair, just whatever. I mean, eventually he's gonna lose it or something. I mean, I don't know. He may or may not lose his hair, but who really cares? As long as you get... as long as you stay true to that character and you point out you stay true to the character and just stay who he is in the comics and into this movie. So with all that aside, let's get back to actually talking about the movie. Well, not the movie. What am I talking about? More news about Batman vs. Superman, Dawn of Justice. Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice. So let's see. What else? Oh, there was a rumor. I remember there was a rumor back in September of 2014 that a teaser trailer would come out for Batman v Superman during the Hobbit's release. I don't even remember what the last Hobbit movie is called, but anyways, this teaser trailer, what the rumor was that there was a Batman v Superman teaser trailer, and it was Batman. It was heavy. It was mainly the teaser was going to be about Batman. It's Batman heavy, and so I was just hoping that was true, and so, but of course it wasn't. Because why not? Because I mean, the fact that it's an older Batman, it's more Dark Knight Returns. He's going to be more like the Batman from Batman Returns. No, the Dark Knight Returns. God, I'm bad at this. The Dark Knight Returns. So that's going to be interesting. So let's go back to the beginning of what month was it when they released the first Batman photo? I remember, but anyways, so here's what I was doing. Where was I? I was basically sleeping. I woke up, as I wake up, I check my Twitter, and then I see it's the first photo of Ben Affleck as Batman. And with a little bonus too, there's a Batmobile behind Batman, and it's just like, oh my god, holy shit, man! Like, that was exciting. That was definitely exciting for me. I was just looking at it, just looking at that suit, especially for a comic book guy who knows his comics and whatnot. Well, sort of his comics, but I know enough to know that that suit is definitely influenced from The Dark Knight Returns. So, and short years, and they finally, and they stick with the one-piece cowl, not the turning head one, because I'm more of a one-piece cow. I don't like the turning of the head. It's just it kind of bugs me, but not too much. But yeah, I'd rather go with the traditional from the comics as well. But I also saw something. I don't know if this is gonna be true or not. But there's a plate. There's a plate in the bat cowl where Ben Affleck will be able to move his head. I don't know if that's true or not, but if it is, awesome. He can move his head. So seeing that photo was very exciting and whatnot. So to see that first photo, I mean, it was definitely 2014, and so it was very exciting. I was geeking out as always, and so it was exciting, just so exciting. And there was another photo that came out like 6 months later of the Batmobile, and it was just because Zack Snyder was shooting somewhere and people took photos of the Batmobile, and so he released an official photo of the Batmobile, and just, oh, that's a Batmobile, people. That is definitely a Batmobile. It's a combination of, someone said it's a combination, it's kind of like a combination of Tim Burton's Batmobile and Nolan's Batmobile, and I'll give him that. Yeah, that kind of does. It kind of does look like a mixture of it. So, but to me, that's a Batmobile. So it's gonna be interesting, and people kind of flipped out that it has guns on it. Now, for me, people always say Batman doesn't use guns or whatever. For me, when Batman says he doesn't use guns, to me that means he won't use handheld guns, but he'll use, rockets and all that stuff. Like, he'll use guns, but he won't use like a handheld gun where he holds one in his hand, basically. And so that's how I see it. That's how I see it when people say he won't use guns. Like, he'll use guns, but he won't use handheld guns because of his origin and whatnot. So that's very exciting. So to see that's very exciting. And since it's 2015, it's just we're getting there. We are so close. We are so close to being. We are like just so close. We're so close, people. I don't know when. Or just give us a trailer. I mean, not a trailer, but a teaser trailer. That would be fine with me if they gave us a teaser trailer, because they never released that footage, that teaser trailer from Comic-Con or whatever. Forget what Comic-Con it was, but it was at a Comic-Con, so it's very exciting. So they never released that, which kind of bums me out, but I believe I won't bet money on it, but in the next few months we'll probably get a teaser trailer, because I mean, if we don't get one before June, I guess, if we don't get one before June, then yes, I will be outraged, and I'll have to be patient again. So that's I can't wait. Like, there's so much that I'm like, it's my my most anticipated movie of 2016. It's probably going to be my favorite movie of the year because it's Batman versus Superman. And I remember they moved the date for Batman v Superman to March because I mean originally they had it in May something, but Captain America Captain America, which is now Civil War, it was gonna be Batman v Superman and Captain America Civil War. They were both gonna be released on the same day, but DC decided to pull back. If it was still on the same date as Captain America Civil War, I believe that Batman v Superman would have made more money than Captain America Civil War because it's Batman versus Superman. You can't everyone's just gonna have to go see it regardless of what people don't like about, DC's movies being all dark and stuff or whatever. I don't look, it doesn't matter if it's dark or whatnot. I mean, I like the tone they're going with, more dark or more serious and whatnot. I mean, they do crack jokes and whatnot, so, but then again, now I'm just remembering, if that rumor about Warner Brothers not having no joke in the DC movies, then that's kind of weird. That's kind of weird. I mean, even in the Dark Knight trilogy, there was a few, jokes and whatnot. So this no joke, I'm pretty sure it's not true anymore, but still, that'd be weird. But anyways, going back to if Batman v Superman was going to open on the same day as Captain America Civil War, I believe Batman v Superman would make more money than Civil War because of the fact, like I said, it's Batman versus Superman. Everyone has wanted to see them go up against the fight and whatnot. So that's going to be interesting. I mean, but again, DC, Warner Brothers pulled back, decided to go into March, which is really interesting. I'm glad they didn't push it further. They didn't push it to June or whatever. And it's so funny. It's coming in March. And I don't know who said it, but I think it was someone from either Warner Brothers, or the person on the no, it was definitely someone from one of the staffs from WB. It's like, look, we don't have to, as big as this movie is, it doesn't have to come out in the summer and whatnot. Any movie can come out whenever they feel it's necessary. And so, coming out in March, gosh, I mean, I'm just glad, like I said, I'm just glad they didn't push it into June of 2016 or whatnot. And they decided to go with March, and so I'm glad that's the case. I mean, it would be funny. I remember when I heard about it, I was just like, man, I hope they push it even further back to 21st. No, not back, but God, I'm so off track with. Okay, so I hope that I said I hope that they would, if they're gonna push the date and whatnot, they should push it to make it come out in 2015 and whatnot, because as I said before earlier, it does not take a year to edit a movie and whatnot. I mean, it does not. But then again, I think it's all about marketing and stuff. So now the question, everyone has their answers. Who would win in a fight between Batman or Superman? The way I see it, I've always said, it depends on the situation. Like, say if they met for the first time, like they just met somewhere in action, Superman would win. The reason why Batman wins is because not only is he smart and whatnot and all that, it's just because he just knows him. He knows him too well and whatnot. And so, I mean, if you watch Justice League Doom, the animation movie, like, that shows that Batman knows. Like, the premise was basically the movie's about some villain goes in the Batcave and steals Batman's files and finds that Batman made these plans to temporarily put out, not kill, but temporarily put out the other Justice League members, and so they the villains basically mixed them up. Like, they changed it to where it could kill him and whatnot. And so, but then again, so Batman has this monologue, a few lines, but he talks to the Justice League, all of them who've been affected by the villains trying to kill them and whatnot. He said it was meant to, like, those plans were to temporarily put you guys out, not kill you. It wasn't my intention to kill you all and whatnot. But then again, and then at the end, he's just like, when it's all over, when that movie's all over, he's like, I would even then, like, if it had happened again, like, if I had to do it again, I would, because the Justice League is just too dangerous too dangerous and whatnot. So that right there shows that's how Batman, knows them so well, and that's how he just knows them. He just knows them, and he knows how to, like, hit them hard and whatnot. And so like I said, when it comes to who would win in a fight between Batman or Superman, I've always said it depends on the situation. Either if it's they meet for the first time and they don't know each other, I believe Superman would win. But since Batman knows Superman, Batman wins because he just knows him too well. So, what else can I say about Batman v Superman? I think I've talked about the costume and that I liked it. I love that it's Dark Knight Returns influence and whatnot. So, what else can I talk about? Oh, the scoring. Now, when it comes to movies that I love and whatnot, it doesn't really get to me yet. But, like, usually when I'm watching a movie, I'll watch it and then I'll hear the score, and the score is just, like, amazes me or something. But, like, I never really notice a score until I actually, like, listen to it and whatnot. Like, Man of Steel's score and whatnot, awesome. Tim Burton, the Batman, Tim Burton's Batman, those scores are just awesome. I love listening to those. And the score for Batman the Animated Series, it's just that. But what I'm trying to get to is that the guy that did the score for Man of Steel, and he actually did the score for the Dark Knight trilogy, he's coming back to do Batman v Superman. But he's brought a friend, and so the guy who did the score for Batman and the Dark Knight trilogy, he's just gonna work on the Superman score apparently, and his friend is gonna handle the Batman score, which is interesting. I mean, I definitely love the scoring for Man of Steel, so that's gonna be interesting. I mean, it's really cool and whatnot. So, what else? There has been a lot of rumors for this movie. More rumors than probably I've ever seen in, like, either from, like, a show or TV. A show or movie, excuse me. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to 2016. It's funny. It's just, it would have been funny if it came out on my birthday. That would be awesome if it came out on my birthday, but I believe in 2016 my birthday would be on a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I don't know, but I do know it's not coming on. My birthday is not on a Friday of 2016. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm definitely looking forward to Batman v Superman. So that's it for this episode of Spoil Your Appetite. I'm Tristan, and I'm signing off.